Hey, Marvin Gaye. Yeah, it took me by surprise. I mean, surprises are all about lack of full and complete communication, and some surprises are okay. Now, before we went on the break, we were talking about the several steps in full and complete communication. Yep.
We're doing community service here, apparently.
Yeah, and you have to stop and think about who you're being versus what you're saying, all right? Because who you're being creates fear, how you use your body English, what your clothing looks like, what you've got, perfume, you name it, whatever, and about eye surgery and eye contact and all those things, and how a speaker is responsible for what the listener gets, and and what listeners have to do when they don't understand, which is what Jaron was talking about, what do you do if you don't understand? Should you stand up and say, I don't understand? And then if they say it again, you still don't understand, what you should do is say, I still don't understand, because it's the speaker's job to get you so you
And that's
do
when the
understand.
teacher tells you to stay after class.
Yeah, anyway. Susan, you wanted to read a quote?
Yes. I got 3 here. Which ones do I want to do? I want to do, it's from Mark Twain. There is nothing so annoying as to have 2 people talking when you're busy interrupting.
Yeah, really. Cool, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, now, so full and complete communication step number 1, as we said earlier, is stop and think about who you're being. Full and complete communication step number 2 is asking permission to shoot straight. We talked about that just before the break. Now, full and complete communication step number 3 is assumptions. Don't assume anybody or anything, all right? Henry Winkler said, assumptions are the termites of relationships. Go, Henry. What a guy. Yay. All right. Assumptions are roadblocks to clear and effective communications. You can't assume that what you want a person to hear is what they're actually hearing. You just can't assume it. Now, what do you do? How do you know if people are understanding and getting what you're saying? Sometimes I'll be speaking to an audience of 2,500, 3,000 people, and I'll stop right in the middle of the talk and say, hey, how y'all doing? Are you getting what I'm saying? Anybody got any questions? And they all look at me like, wow, nobody's ever asked us that before. Is this a test? And the first 9 rows become rug inspectors. They look down, hoping I'm not going to call on them. You know what I mean? But
repeat what I've said.
Yeah, but the truth is I'm not up there speaking because, it's just about me, or, boy, I'm getting paid this amount of money. I'm going to speak these words, and I'm not responsible for where they land or how they land. I want to know if folks are getting what I'm saying, because if they're not, I'm wasting their time, and I'm wasting my time. So I ask. So where we are now is getting real clear that communication is an art. Communication is all about being present. Communication is a commitment to another human being and to yourself. Now, we're going to bring this back next week and turn this into a 2-segment show. So I'm not going to go any further. So where we left off is communication technique, communication tool number 1 is stop and think about who you're being. Communication tool number 2 is talking straight. Communications tool number 3 is all about full and complete communication, and don't assume anything or anybody. So it's like we're going to stop it right there, and we're going to talk about the next show. So now, the next show is going to be all about full and complete communication. I'd like you to call in with some more questions. I'd like you to send more emails. Remember, you can send them to clay@mediasb.com, or you can call in at 564-1290 local, or you can call in long distance, 866-564-1290. And I'm told by all the powers that be that we'll be able to stream next week. That means we'll be able to get emails in from people from all over the world like we used to and weren't able to do today. And you're going to find that communication is a problem worldwide, okay? So I look forward to talking to you next week about this topic, and we're going to be able to dance. So now, I want to thank you for listening. And there's all kinds of things. Make a list while you're out this week. Make a list of all the things that you want to say, to whom you want to say it, and what it is. And then also write down why you don't. And let's talk about it on the show next week. Let me help you. Call in, okay? Make a list of all the things that you wish was said to you. And how about this? I want you to promise me something. If you're sitting out there right now and you wish you had a hug, I want you to promise me you'll ask for it, okay? Remember, write this one down. If there's something I want and I don't have it, ... I have to ask for it because people can't read my mind. That's the way it is. Okay, so thank you for listening. Join us every Wednesday from 2 to 3 p.m. and then again rebroadcast from 10 to 11 p.m. and then again on Sunday from 12 to 1. And next week, like I said, it's going to be all about Phase 2 communication. I am Clay Nelson. This is the Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour on KZSB AM 1290 in Santa Barbara.
If you want to